72 years old, 15 years of intimacy struggles, reversed in just weeks, thanks to the right glass of wine. No pills, no procedures, just 4 specific types of wine that help clear blood vessels, restore healthy circulation, and reignite the warmth and closeness many couples believe are gone for good. I'm Dr. Anthony Carter, and for over 30 years I've specialized in men's health and age-related vitality. I've helped thousands of older adults across the U.S. feel strong, connected, and confident again. What I've learned may surprise you. Intimacy after 60 doesn't disappear. It just needs the right kind of support. And sometimes, that support comes from a place you'd never expect: your wine glass. While most people view wine as a luxury or indulgence, certain ancient wine varieties are packed with natural compounds that improve blood flow, relax blood vessels, and reignite desire, without medications or uncomfortable conversations. But here's the key. Only 4 specific types of wine truly offer these benefits. So, what makes these wines so special? And how can they help you feel vibrant and alive in your own skin again? That's exactly what I'll show you. But first, let's talk about why they work, especially for adults over 60, and how one small, consistent ritual has transformed the lives of thousands. As we move through our 60s and 70s, subtle internal changes start taking place. These changes are easy to overlook until they begin affecting your daily life. One of the most important: what happens to your blood vessels? Over time, they narrow, stiffen, and lose the natural flexibility that once allowed blood to flow freely. This isn't just a cardiovascular issue. It affects everything from energy and mental clarity to physical intimacy. Here's something I tell every patient. If you're over 60 and feeling disconnected, slow to respond, or less physically engaged with your partner, it's probably not your hormones. It's your circulation. When blood can't efficiently reach key areas of the body, especially those involved in physical closeness, you may experience cold hands or feet, lower sensitivity, delayed responses, and even emotional distance. That's not aging. That's a blood flow issue. And the good news is, it's something you can absolutely improve. Surprisingly, part of the answer may already be in your home: wine. Now, I'm not talking about drinking heavily or just any bottle off the shelf. When used properly, in moderation, very specific wines can support circulation in powerful ways. Certain red wines, in particular, contain natural compounds like polyphenols, flavonoids, and resveratrol, substances that relax blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and enhance oxygen delivery throughout the body. These compounds increase your body's production of nitric oxide, a key molecule that signals your blood vessels to open up. With better circulation, many people feel more energized, emotionally open, and physically connected again. And this isn't about alcohol, it's about what's inside the grapes. But remember, not all wines are equal. Only specific types, grown and processed correctly, contain the right amount of active compounds to make a real difference. That's why I guide my patients to 4 powerful wines that support blood flow, intimacy, and vitality. No drugs, prescriptions, or side effects needed. Let's explore them. 1. Pinot Noir, the circulation champion. When I first began recommending Pinot Noir, I didn't expect the stories I'd hear. One 67-year-old man told me through tears, "Dr. Carter, I never thought I'd feel that connection with my wife again. All it took was a few mindful glasses of the right wine." What makes Pinot Noir so unique isn't just its smooth taste, it's what's hidden in the grape skins. Pinot Noir is packed with Resveratrol, a natural compound that improves the flexibility of your blood vessels. As we age, blood vessels stiffen. It's not your fault. It's biology. But when blood flow slows, so do key areas of life. Cold feet, sluggish responses, and a fading sense of closeness become common. Many assume that's just getting older. But I've seen time and again, it doesn't have to be. With just a few ounces of Pinot Noir a few nights a week, along with healthy habits, my patients often report deeper sleep, warmer hands and feet, renewed intimacy with their partners. It's subtle but powerful. Pinot Noir doesn't force your body. It supports it, gently helping circulation return and emotions reawaken. Symbolically, it's beautiful. A silky, elegant wine helping rekindle the smooth rhythm between two people, rediscovering what closeness truly feels like. And Pinot Noir is just the beginning. 2. Cabernet Sauvignon, the artery defender. I recall a couple married for over 40 years. He was 70, she was 68. Still very much in love, but something had changed. "It's like there's a wall between us," he said. "Not emotionally, just physically." One of my first suggestions? Add a small amount of Cabernet Sauvignon into their week, not as a drink to escape, but as a tool to reconnect. Cabernet Sauvignon is rich in pro-anthocyanidins, antioxidants that protect and support the inner lining of your blood vessels, helping them stay elastic and functional. That flexibility is essential for healthy blood flow, especially as we age. Remember, your heart pumps around 2,000 gallons of blood each day. If your arteries are stiff or inflamed, much of that flow never reaches where it's needed most. That means less oxygen, less sensitivity, and less physical responsiveness for both men and women. But when you support blood flow naturally, everything begins to shift. My patients tell me I feel warmth returning to my hands and feet. I'm sleeping better, and most commonly, we feel close again. That's because good blood flow supports everything, from desire and sensation to emotional presence. The best time to enjoy Cabernet? Evening. A small glass with a light meal relaxes the body, opens blood vessels, and prepares both partners for connection, without pressure or expectations. This isn't magic, it's biology, supported by nature. And Cabernet is just the second piece of the puzzle. There's another lesser-known wine I often recommend, one that's especially powerful in restoring touch, warmth, and emotional openness. We'll explore that next. Part 3. Sangiovese, the restorer of warmth. Years ago, I met a woman named Margaret. She was 67, a widow for 5 years, and had recently entered a new relationship. She sat across from me, eyes hopeful yet hesitant. "I want to feel again," she said. "Not just emotionally, but physically." Her words carried the quiet ache of many I've spoken to. At a certain stage in life, desire doesn't fade, but the warmth, the ease, the physical connection that once came naturally can begin to slip away. That's not a loss of love, it's a loss of flow, of warmth, of presence. When I introduced Margaret to a simple evening ritual, a few ounces of Sangiovese, things began to shift. Sangiovese, a classic Italian red, may seem like an ordinary wine, but it's rich in flavonoids and a powerful antioxidant called quercetin. These compounds promote circulation, not just to the heart and brain, but to the skin, hands, feet, and the intimate areas where sensitivity and closeness begin. For people over 60, this can be life-changing. As blood flow improves, the body reawakens, fingers warm, skin tingles. Touch feels personal again, not mechanical, but present. My patients often tell me, "I didn't realize how disconnected I'd become until I started feeling again." Others don't say anything at all. A glance, a smile, a gentle moment between partners says more than words ever could. Sangiovese works best when shared. A quiet glass on a slow afternoon, a conversation that lingers. It doesn't force anything. It simply invites you back, to yourself, to your partner, and to the simple joy of being close. Margaret later told me. It wasn't just my body that changed. It was the reminder that I still can feel. I can still enjoy intimacy. That kind of transformation doesn't need a prescription, just the right kind of wine, shared with the right kind of presence. But Sangiovese isn't the only quiet hero. There's one more wine I recommend, especially for women over 60. It's light, elegant, often overlooked, but holds unique power for restoring comfort and confidence. Let's talk about the hidden gem, dry rosé. Part 4, Dry Rosé, the hidden gem for women's health. Her name was Ellen, 66 years old, warm, bright, full of life. But as we sat in private, her smile faded. "I love my husband deeply," she said, "but something's changed. I feel disconnected from my body, and that makes me pull away." That quiet grief, the distance that can grow even in loving relationships, is something I hear far too often, especially from women navigating life post-menopause. It's not a lack of affection. It's physical change, often silent, gradual, that alters the experience of closeness. For Ellen, and for many women, I recommend a surprising ally. Dry rosé. Not the sugary kind from summer parties, but true dry rosés made from Grenache or Mourvedre grapes. These wines are low in alcohol, but rich in polyphenols that support microcirculation, especially in sensitive areas that often experience reduced blood flow with age. For women, this can restore more than just sensation. It can rebuild confidence, comfort, and emotional ease. As Ellen began enjoying a few mindful glasses each week, with food and always in moderation, she started to feel more than just physical change. "It's not about being young again," she told me. "It's about being present in my body." And from there, everything else got easier. That's the quiet strength of dry rosé. It doesn't try to impress. It gently reminds you how to feel again. And for many women, and their partners, that reminder is life-changing. I've seen couples hold hands again after years of growing apart. I've seen women begin to smile when talking about their bodies, instead of feeling invisible or ashamed. All from a few small, intentional steps that restore circulation where it matters most. A lifestyle of lasting connection. For over 30 years, I've worked with thousands of men and women in their 60s, 70s, and beyond. I've sat with people who thought their most meaningful moments of intimacy were behind them. I've heard their sadness, the kind that doesn't show up in blood work, but sits quietly in the heart. But I've also seen something beautiful happen, again and again. A return to joy, to closeness, to vitality. And it often begins not with a prescription, but with a simple ritual, a shared glass of wine. Each of the 4 wines I've mentioned holds something unique. Pinot Noir helps open the blood vessels and reawaken energy and responsiveness. Cabernet Sauvignon strengthens artery health, improving full-body circulation. Sangiovese warms the skin and spirit, bringing couples back into physical presence. Dry rosé gently supports women's sensitivity and comfort, especially post-menopause. But beyond the science, these wines offer something deeper, ritual. They invite you to slow down, to sit beside each other, to talk, to share, to touch. After years focused on careers, raising children, or just getting through the day, it's easy to forget the power of small, shared moments. When couples begin to build this practice into their week, it often transforms more than their health. It transforms the tone of their relationship. There's a softness that returns, a glance that lingers, a kiss that carries presence, not just habit. When the body is supported, intimacy follows, naturally, not forced. You are not past your prime. You are not too old to feel joy, closeness, or desire. In fact, this season of life may offer the deepest kind of connection, because it's no longer built on urgency, but on presence. So here's to your next glass, to the warmth it brings, and to the life still waiting to be fully lived. If this message spoke to you, please like, share, or leave a comment. You never know who else might need to be reminded. It's never too late to feel alive again.